Hey guys, it's Leandra. Today I am bringing you guys one of my proudest YouTube/reading moments, and that is the biggest wrap up that I have ever had, ever. My reading was so productive this month. It was so fruitful. I am literally like just bursting with pride for myself that I figured I need to make a video showing you guys my wrap up for this month. I'm not usually someone who makes constant sort of wrap up videos, even though I would like to be one of those people, but this month is different. I want to show you guys what I read this month. I am super excited. I just want to quickly say that from this month onward, I am trying a new sort of technique of reading, if that makes sense. I am often faced with the dilemma of whether I should reread one of my favorite books or pick a book off my TBR list and get through that. This month, I decided to do something different. I am currently rereading one of my favorite books, then I read a new book that I haven't read before, and then I reread one of my faves, and then it continues on with reading a new book, rereading a favorite, reading a new book. You get the picture. As it is sort of like a wintry season, I decided to reread the House of Night series, which is actually one of my favorite series. I haven't reread it in actually quite a long time, so I figured it was time to reread it again. So that is why I read so many House of Night books this month, in case you were wondering. It is currently only the 29th of January. We actually still have 2 and a bit days left in this month, and I definitely hope to get through at least one more book. But so far, I have read 8 books. 8 books. I don't think that I've ever read so many books in a month, and it honestly just makes me feel so warm inside, and I hope that that feeling is actually like coming across in this video. So yes, here are the 8 books that I read this month. I started my year reading the Dysasters by PC and Kristin cast. This is a new YA series that is actually going to be released this March. I got this as an ARC off of NetGalley. This has actually been one of my most anticipated reads of 2019, as PC and Kristin cast are one of my favorite authors, seeing as I love the House of Night series. So I felt super blessed when I got the NetGalley book sent to me. I really enjoyed the book. I actually have a review up on my channel if you guys are interested in watching it. I will say no more. Then I read Zenith by Sasha, Alsberg, and Lindsay Cummings. This is a book that I also had been wanting to read for such a long time. It has been on my shelf for almost 2 years, and it was just staring at me. I actually have a review of this coming up on my channel next week in case you're interested. I am not going to be telling you guys what I thought of this book since it's very controversial, and I would like to save some excitement for the review that's coming out. Then I reread Marked, which is the first book in the House of Night series by PC and Kristin cast. I flew through this in like 2 days or something. Say no more, the House of Night series is one of my favorite series. It was really nice rereading this book again, and it brought back old memories, which is always really nice. Then the 4th book that I finished this year is Across the Universe by Beth Revis. This has also been on my TBR pile for a really, really long time. I actually got this gifted to me by my fiance last year, so I figured it was time to finally get to it. I enjoyed this book. I thought the concept was really interesting. If you guys want me to do a more fleshed out review of this book, please drop me a comment down below. I will take it into consideration. But yes, I really enjoyed this book, and I will definitely be reading the 2nd book sometime soon. Then I reread Betrayed, which is the 2nd book in the House of Night series by PC and Kristin cast. Then the next book that I read, which had also been on my TBR pile for a really long time. In fact, I think I got it in a haul like 2 years ago when I first started this channel. So yeah, that was shameful. But anyway, that is The Priest by LaPorta. This book has a very, very interesting concept. In this world, women rule and men are their slaves. Women consider themselves purebred. They are the original kind of human beings. Men are kind of just there to provide services, to be slaves, to donate sperm to make more men. Because in this book, there is a belief that a woman will conceive a female child when the incognito, which is kind of like a soul, I guess, comes upon her and brings forth a child. It is not believed that men and women have the same sort of source, as in men are created by sperm and an egg, and women are created basically by God, I guess. So this follows a slave named Mauricio, who is kind of like a sperm donor in the temple. He has been a slave all of his life. He dreams of being a free man, and then on one day he meets a girl named Rosie, or a woman named Rosie, and things start to unfold. I was sadly kind of disappointed with this book. I thought that the premise was very, very promising, and definitely the first half of this book really set up the story for something a lot more interesting, I guess, if you want to say it, but I feel like the second half kind of fell short. It fell very flat. I don't think the plot was very fleshed out. There wasn't really a plot. The story kind of just made this really, really long time jump in the end to something that really just didn't really make much sense. So unfortunately, this book only got like 3 stars from me on Goodreads. It's definitely worth a read simply for the thought-provoking themes that come up, but other than that, I have to say that sadly I didn't enjoy this book as much as I'd hoped to have enjoyed this book. Then I read Chosen, which is the 3rd book in the House of Night series. I actually, strangely enough, as I was reading Chosen this time, I actually came to the conclusion that I think Chosen is actually one of my favorite books in the House of Night series specifically, which is actually kind of weird because it used to be my least favorite book when I was reading it for the first time when I was like 14 or something. I don't know why, but actually this book is really, really, really good, and I enjoyed it. I am actually enjoying the series like so much more now that I'm older. I don't know why. And the last book that I read and finished was Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I really, really liked this book. I didn't have that many expectations going into the book. I definitely knew that it was well loved online. People have been giving it really good reviews. I didn't expect it to touch me so much. I don't really read a lot of contemporary. I don't usually feel very connected with contemporary, which is actually really weird considering like the fact that you should feel more connected with it because it's more real life, you know? But sadly, I usually don't connect with contemporary this much, but this book made me feel so many things. Like, it is hot, it is steamy, like the sex scenes are just so but also the relationship dynamics were just so well described. Like, I have never felt such chemistry and sexual tension like written so well in a book that I just want to sing my praises for this book. It was so entertaining, and if you guys are in any way interested in a review, please leave me a comment down below, as I will be making a review for that maybe sometime in the future. And the final book, which if I actually finish this book in the next 2 days, will also be put onto my sort of wrap-up pile, I guess, of this month, is the 4th book in the House of Night series, which is Untamed, which I am currently very much enjoying. I'm not currently going to give you guys a TBR for next month. I prefer to be someone who likes to be more spontaneous with my TBR. I'm definitely going to try to continue this form of reading a new book, rereading, since I feel like it really gives my brain kind of like a break. I know what's coming in the story, I can just sort of enjoy it and feel the feelings that I felt when I first read them for the first time, but it's also really great to shave books off of my TBR pile, and interspacing a reread with a read is really making reading a book for my TBR pile less of a chore and more of something that I actually really want to do, which is a feeling that I've really been enjoying. I am currently super stressed with my exams. I have 6 exams coming up. I don't even know how it is like humanly possible that I've been reading so much, but I have, so I'm really proud of myself. And yeah, please don't feel as though anyone has to read this much. Like, I am so shocked that I managed to read this much that there are just no words. I don't expect me to continue on this great path of reading, but I just wanted to celebrate my accomplishment and give me a pat on the shoulder. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I bring videos out every Wednesday, and as always, I hope that you guys are having a great day, night, morning, wherever you are, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye!